Hello, I'm Molly Grace Mayock, and this is my presentation about earthworms. So earthworms have a variety of names. The name that I most commonly know, and you probably most commonly know, are earthworms, but its scientific name is Lumbricus terrestris. Some other names it can go by are nightcrawler or dewworm. So these earthworms are native to Europe. However, they're also found in North America and in Western Asia. And in these places, they're normally in a very moist soil. They need that sort of dampness to survive, but they're really only in the top 2 to 3 feet of the soil. They are surrounded by a lot of dead plant material and in rainy forest areas or near or in fresh water, again, because they like to be in those damp areas. So the earthworms eat decaying plant matter, soil, and organic matter. Plant matter can be those stems, leaves, or any of that debris. They can also eat soil. I know they move around in it, but soil can also contain some of those nutrients that they're looking for. And organic matter can be composed of carbon and get the nutrient from that. It's stuff like carcasses and feces and stuff like that. It is able to absorb these nutrients through its digestive system. It does have a complete digestive system. Again, kind of follows that natural path, swallowed through the pharynx and then the esophagus. It has this special organ called the gizzard, which takes these stones that it swallows and grinds up the food. So then the nutrients from that grind up food can be absorbed in the intestine. They have a few predators just because they're so easy to grab from their small size, like toads and ants and centipedes. But there aren't very many prey of the earthworm because they're not trying to catch those animals live. However, they do feed on them once they are deceased and, rotting away in soil. Some of its special adaptations are the setae. It's those fine little hairs along their body, which help them grip the soil that they're moving around in easier. It also has that noodly, streamlined body shape, which again helps them when they are digging their burrows underground. And the pharynx that we were talking about earlier can be ejected from its mouth so it can grasp a hold of the food that it's searching for, and then come back in so it can be wet with saliva and easier to swallow. So the earthworm follows this tree of life. I gave you the big picture to the right. It's in the eukaryota section in the animals part. But to the left, you can see it starts with the Animalia kingdom and goes all the way down to Lumbricus terrestris as its species name. So if you just want to look at those a little bit, see how it follows. These are some images of the worm. I did 3 real life pictures, one of them being cut open so you can physically see, but then I also included a diagram to help you really more understand what they should be looking like because you don't always get a perfect specimen. Earthworms are very important to the ecosystem a number of ways. I'm sure that you've heard before about them being very important decomposers, and that still rings true. It gets rid of that lot of organic material. You don't always want to be seeing all the dead stuff laying around. And it is able to repurpose those dead things into new things, like it'll bring nitrogen and carbon to other places in the ecosystem that need it, which again helps increase the nutrient availability because they're not only bringing it from place to place, but also all throughout the soil and everywhere around. And then it improves the soil structure because it's bringing those nutrients and their burrows open up pathways for water to get down. And by keeping that soil damp, more roots can grow down there, more animals can live down there, and makes it all the more helpful. So if you have any questions, this is my email and feel free to reach out to me. And these are just all the sources if you want to take a look. All right, thank you.